AITA for telling my SIL the party she threw was absolutely a birthday party? My 32F SIL, Lucy, became a Jehovah's Witness a couple of years ago. It caused a bit of a problem in her marriage as my brother, Todd, didn't want to convert in the church. At least the one she attends encourages you to cut out those who will not follow the teachings. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but Todd and Lucy have remained married. He hasn't joined the church she attends and said they'd raise their future children doing so. Our family has been supportive. Once we got over the hurdle of her trying to convert us, it has been a little tricky as Lucy doesn't celebrate holidays and will scoff invited. So, Todd will go by himself and she resents not being invited. We've let it know. If she wants to come, then she's more than welcome. But we're not going to just not have celebrations. Lucy has also told us since she joined the church to not get her gifts and she won't get us any. We were okay with that. Last year, Lucy and Todd welcomed their son, Andrew. His first birthday was on Saturday. I wasn't expecting a party, but then Lucy said they were having an I love you party for him. It seemed like a cop-out, but my husband and I agreed to bring our daughter, too, to the party. Again, Lucy has stated several times that she and Andrew cannot give or receive gifts on holidays and birthdays. She even said no birthday gifts. So, I didn't get him anything. Though I helped my daughter make a card that just said, "We love you, Andrew." Quote, the party was mostly Lucy's church friends. She doesn't have a large extended family. Myself and Todd's lives in a different state. When we arrived, the table was stacked with presents. We were the only ones who didn't get him something. I heard someone from the church calling it an I love you gift but didn't want to make a thing of it. Monday, Lucy called and the subject of the party came up. I was trying to understand the difference between a birthday and what the party was. She just kept saying it was different and they weren't technically celebrating his birthday. I said it was semantics really. It'd be one thing if they celebrated it on a random day, but it was on his birthday. She accused me of judging her religion and I said no. I just think that this is a cop-out. It's totally fine to celebrate your child. I love my nephew and will do my best to be at every party. But that 100% was a birthday party. She can dress it up as she wants. But that's what it is. Lucy said I was a judgmental bitch and hung up. Todd is actually on my side but feels I shouldn't have said it. He wanted to and kept quiet to keep peace. AITA? NTA. But be careful. High-control religions often manufacture opportunities for families to fight and for their members to become separated from their families. Don't do their work for them. Sometimes it's best to make a statement about reality and just leave it there. NTA. I know people who are JW, and they do not celebrate birthdays. No cake, no presents. A friend of mine who left the church had his first birthday celebration when he was 19. He left for love and lost his family. He married the woman he left for, and has been very happy. But an I love you party on the day the child was born is a birthday. No matter how you dress it up. I actually Googled a JW I love you party, and came up with nothing. In fact, it stresses no birthdays. And her own church brought gifts. Is this more an abstract form of JW that is looser with the rules? This feels like Bizarro World to me. I grew up with friends who were JW and their family was very strict and adamant about holidays and birthdays. What your SIL had was a B-day party. No way around it. Very confusing. But your NTA. NTA lol totally was a birthday party. If it was just some random I love you party, why was it on his birthday? We have lots of JWs in my area. And some are co-workers. None of them have these types of parties. I wonder if your SIL's church is mostly converted people? As I understand it, their children will be brought up in the cult? I really don't understand how the husband can let this happen. NTA, that was a birthday party. NTA is a former JW. The party your SIL had is a birthday party with a different name. Had something like that happened in any of the congregations I was in or my family is still in, it would have led to a severe reprimand, disfellowshipping, temporary excommunication, shunning. Sorry, your SIL joined a high-control cult. AITA, and not your responsibility to know what subtle hypocritical religious line to walk when dealing with her. Definitely not. I would have called out the birthday party just like you did. NTA. I mean, at some level you just need to learn to live with Lucy's hypocrisy. The writing is on the wall here. Lucy wants to constantly say one thing. No gifts. No invitations. Quote. And then do another. Where's my gift? Why wasn't I invited? Quote. And I think you've learned the code at this point. If you want to keep the peace, you'll have to play along. But no. Taking her at her word doesn't make you an asshole. Pointing out the glaringly obvious about that "I love you" party doesn't make you an asshole. Lucy is basically demanding that everyone join her in a whole series of thinly veiled lies, and she is the asshole. But sometimes life is about learning to live with an asshole in the family. NTA, it seems like she was trying to wiggle around some religious custom of hers. That was definitely a birthday party, even if she said no gifts. NTA. And I am shocked her church friends attended and bought gifts. I grew up going to school with a JW family and then had a friend in college that was JW, and they don't really allow for any loopholes. I once offered my friend a candy cane at Christmas and she refused it, so I broke off the cane part and said, "Peppermint stick?" And she was very clear that that's not how it works. Your SIL's "I love you" party was basically my peppermint stick. NTA. I always thought this sort of thing was one of the more incomprehensible bits of religious craziness. Similar to the convoluted stuff some Orthodox Jews do so they can live normally while technically not doing any work on the Sabbath. Like, do you think you're tricking God? Surely if he existed, he would not be so easily fooled, and probably quite angry at you for trying. NTA. As someone who grew up in a very prominent JW family, but is no longer a member, this was most certainly a B-Day party, and I am shocked that church friends were in attendance. Holidays are forbidden in JW world simply because of their origins, which all are rooted in paganism. And the meanings have been co-opted for Christianity over the centuries. Yes, even Christmas. Look it up. So celebrating them is akin to disrespecting God, Jehovah, by celebrating something that isn't really about him. The only holidays JWs celebrate is the memorial of Christ's death, celebrated on Nisan 14 according to the Jewish calendar, so usually sometime in the week leading up to Easter. And they are allowed to celebrate wedding anniversaries. How we dealt with this in my family was we'd have huge anniversary parties where even the kids of the couple got presents. We'd have a big family dinner on Black Friday. And we'd do a big shopping trip to hit the after Christmas sales, so we'd have new stuff when we got back from winter break like all the other kids. If you really wanted to make your point, you could have said that only Jehovah sees what's in your heart, and how would he feel that by all appearances this was a birthday celebration? Did this party show that you are truly no part of the world? Then ask her, is she still thinks you're in the wrong? If you really want to lay it on, you could remind her that part of her responsibility to her faith is to not be a stumbling block to others. NTA. You were at a birthday party. NTA My cousin and her 9 kids recently left this religion after divorcing her abusive husband who brought her into it in the first place. The kids, between ages 216, have been experiencing holidays and celebrations for the first time this past year. The amount of giddy joy they've expressed from those experiences is heartwarming but also depressing, all things considered with their past. NTA I wouldn't be able to tolerate that kind of silliness. NTA. She's made things awkward by refusing invitations and making a big deal about parties, but then had one of her own. Also, she's made you feel bad by being confusing over the gift situation. I'm sure you would have liked to bring one. If someone put me in a spot like that, I'd have words. Certainly, she can dress up her party however she wants, but causing awkwardness in the family isn't acceptable, whatever her religion. If you still remember this post, can you give us an update 1 year from now? I just want to know if she repeats this or she updates, alters this I love you party just enough to try to get away with it again. 1. Jehovah's Witnesses suck. 2. This was absolutely a birthday party. But I don't really get why you had to get into an argument with her about it. The important thing is your nephew still got to have a birthday party. Who cares what word was used to describe it? The only thing your need to win an unnecessary argument is likely to have accomplished is diminishing the likelihood he'll have future parties.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.